here's how to make more money from your subscription business. So first, I want to congratulate you because creating a subscription business is one of the smartest things that you could do. You probably already know that because you did it, but let's talk about how to make more money from that subscription business. Now, this doesn't matter if you're selling a digital product is delivered every month to somebody, if you've got a subscription model for software as a service, a SaaS model, if you're shipping someone a box every month or a specific product, or if you just are selling content or training or access to you. It doesn't matter because the process is all the same generically when you look at the big picture of how this works. So a lot of different ways that you can have a subscription model, but how do we make more? So the first thing we want to do is try to keep them longer. So how do we keep them longer, right? Now this sounds obvious, but you should of course know how long your average member stays. Now that's not the person who signs up like your mom and stays forever. This is figuring out how fast do people fall off, and in the early months people will fall off faster. But how long do you actually keep somebody in your subscription? So then you'll know when something you did has increased that number. Now, one of the ways to measure this is to take a specific month of people in your membership and then see, how many people are falling off each month and not staying with you. And then if you do make some changes, then you'll see what keeps them more. So what will keep them more? Number one is engagement. If you engage them more, if you're giving them more information, even if you're selling them a product, you give them information about something related to that product, to that industry, things that are going on. If you yourself are the product, if you're selling access to you or training from you, then giving them, maybe you have a monthly membership where you just give them something once a month, you need to give them more things. Even if it's just a little blurb, make a quick video, anything that engages them every month more and makes them think that you're a great person and that they should stick with you. Even if it's in part a tease of the great stuff that's coming later this month, just engaging with them, asking questions, getting polls or surveys, and then giving them the results of those so they know what other people are doing and what's interesting. Again, depending upon the market, you're going to have to play around this a little bit, but the key is that you want to get them more engaged, to remember that they're getting your product. Let's say you're selling some specific product where they can have multiple uses for it, then show them more ways to use that product so that they're going to consume more of it. Or if you're selling, templates for WordPress websites, that you give them more ways they can use those templates to make money or get more traffic to their websites, right? So anything related to that business that helps them want it more, consume it more, like you more, then doing that and putting some consistent effort into it is going to get you better retention, getting people to stick with you more because they're going to know who you are, why you're there, why they're getting billed, what they're paying for. And if you do that, then you're going to get much, much better results in terms of increasing retention, keeping people with you longer. The next thing is to increase the average value. You might have started out with your membership, your subscription model, and you said, hey, I'm going to sell them this widget every month. And that's your model and it worked and you've sold them. That's good, but you could sell them more. And it doesn't have to be a huge amount more, but every incremental increase where your average subscriber, let's say they go from being worth $20 a month to you to $25 a month. Well, you do that 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 times a month. All that money adds up to be a lot of money. So how do we increase the average value? Well, first of all, you have to look at the price. Can you raise the price? Now, you might not want to do that with the existing people, but you can see how price sensitive people really are by testing different front-end pricing models to see what will make you more money. Now, sometimes it's charging less, keeps them much, much, much longer. And if you can afford to buy customers at the lower price, then in the long run, you make more money. So that's possible. A lot of times you can find you can raise the price by $5 or $10 or $20 a month, and the marketplace is completely happy with that. They don't care. The only thing holding you back, this thing in your head up here, it makes you think that you can't do that because maybe other people are doing this at a specific price. So play with the pricing. Then you want to look at having tiers. Can you get people to pay, some of the people, not all of them probably, but some of them to pay more money for more stuff? Now, again, depending upon what you're selling, if you're selling them knowledge, what if they had more knowledge? What if they had a weekly private session with you or a monthly private session with you, in a group private, not one-on-one? That should be super expensive if they're getting your time. But just a group thing where they get more if they, and closer to touching the guru's garment, if they pay more money. So they could pay twice as much or 50% more, and then they get more value. For, if you're selling a subscription box, you should have a premium box or just a bigger box, more stuff in the box that people could buy. If you're, whatever it is you're selling, you just want to figure out how to sell more of it. If you're selling, an actual physical product, what can you add to that product that complements it that people could buy more of? If I was selling supplements, I'd have more supplement choices for people in specific niches that would allow them to add those supplements onto their order at a discount and get them every single month. That might be, men versus women, people of a certain age, people that have certain lifestyle or physical conditions, right? And segment to people and sell them more. So just think about how you can sell more of it every single month instead of just having one fixed price, but have 2 or 3 options that people could have. Now, you don't want more than 2 or 3 because then you'll just confuse people and they won't buy anything. So don't get carried away with, Sean said I should have 175 different choices. No, don't do that. 2 or 3, you'll get great results. Now, one more thing you can do to make more money, and this is the easiest thing to do. I saved the easiest for last now, and that is plug the leaks. You see, you've got this subscription model, and every month you go to bill people, and some of them decline the billing. Not you, the credit card company. And what happens is that maybe the credit card company simply says, you're billing them every month, we want to decline it. Or maybe they have insufficient funds at that moment. There can be a lot of reasons why that credit card declines. And if you think you don't have declines, then you're mistaken because you have decline. Everybody who's rebilling every month, Netflix, Amazon, everybody has declines. Visa, MasterCard estimates it's about 20% at a minimum for the average business that they have declines on recurring billing. And I'm going to guess they know what they're talking about. So you've got 20% of declines. That means if you're billing $100,000 a month, you're only getting 80. You're losing $20,000 a month. So how do we fix that? Well, the way some people try to fix it is they say, oh, look, I have declines. I'm just going to keep rebilling them every single day until I get the money. So I'm going to rebuild them 20 days in a row. Now, this is a huge mistake. Now, will you collect some money? Yes. Will you cause problems for yourself? Good chance of it. First of all, you're costing yourself money. Every time you attempt to bill a credit card, you get charged. You might not realize that because it's all buried inside your little merchant account statement, but you're getting charged. So you might be paying $4 to try to charge the person from whom you're not collecting any money. But besides the fact you're just throwing away money by doing this incorrectly, you're also risking your merchant account, because one of the things that merchant account companies and these banks, they keep track of is the decline rate. If you're trying to charge cards and you get so many declines every single day, a certain percentage, they're going to ask the question, why? Because they know what their number should be, and they're going to apply that average to you, and your number is way higher because you're trying to bill a bunch of people that you can't get through. So they could come back and say, explain this to us. They could come back to you and say, we're just going to close your account. We're really worried about this. We think you're doing something we don't like. And it doesn't matter that you didn't do anything wrong. You're just trying to collect from the people who said, yes, bill me, I want your product, but they'll just close your merchant account and stop your processing ability. And that's the only merchant account you have, which is another huge mistake we can talk about another time. Then you're basically out of business. And if you haven't saved your credit card data from your card holders in a way you can rebuild them in another merchant account, you're also out of business. Again, another problem for another day. But what do we do about declines? How do we recapture that revenue and put it in our pockets? Well, the answer is to apply artificial intelligence to this. Now, we built our own in-house system, which we're now letting other people get access to, called increasebilling.com. You can check it out there. But basically, our artificial intelligence, which is built having, first of all, run through hundreds of thousands, if not millions of transactions of ours and now clients, but it's a constantly learning intelligent system that analyzes multiple data points for every single decline, which range from, when did you charge it, to the location that it was charged from, to the merchant account that it was run in. And we take all of this data and run it through our algorithm and figure out the best time that you should charge someone to get it through, which is not 20 times in a row. Believe me, it's a massive mistake. And I can't tell you how many people have lost merchant accounts as well as wasted thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars doing this. So don't do that. But this intelligence system can get you 25 to 30%, in many cases, sometimes more, of those declined rebills through, processed, put in your pocket. Because let's face it, it's all profit at this point, right? Even if you're shipping the product and whatever your profit margin is, you've already spent all the money to acquire the customer. This is all profit. And oh, by the way, when you bill them this month, you get to bill them next month and the next month and the next month once this process is fixed. If they're declined, your system will eventually stop billing them. You'll take them out of your membership and you're done. And we can do all of this without you contacting a customer. This does not require emailing the customer, calling them on the phone, bugging the customer, making them think, wow, I didn't even realize I had a membership. I should probably quit because I'm paying $49.99 a month and I wasn't even using this, because you don't want to give the people a reason to quit by, raising this issue with them if they're completely happy up until the point where you start talking to them about money and you need a new credit card number or you need them to fix something else to get you paid, right? So we do all of this automatically, all online, all integrated with your system, very simple and easy to do, and get you 25 to 30% more. So out of $100,000, you have $20,000 in declines. We can get you $5,000 or $6,000 of that. And then you're going to get all those rebills in months to come. So that's going to be $10,000 or $15,000. It's really getting recovered for you every single month. So that's an extra $100,000, $150,000 a year that you're missing out on right now. Think about that. Think about how much money that brings to your bottom line. Out of $1.2 million in recurring, you could pick up another $100,000, $150,000. Talking about plugging a leak, maybe your ship was sinking compared to what we're going to be able to do for you and really, really bring you a lot of money. So check it out. You'll see the link down below. Again, subscription model, super smart. Glad you're in it. Go ahead, engage the people, come up with tiers, come up with ways that you can raise your average membership value. So, besides keeping them longer, getting more money on average from them, and then plug the leaks. Let us help you get those declines, rebuild, get them back as profitable, successful customers for you, and you keep billing them month after month after month.